Okay, well, I think we should kick off. Fate, you ready?
Yeah, sounds great.
Cool. Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend it with the Userflow team. We have this session booked for an hour, but just note that may not take the whole thing, and that's okay. But we did also make sure we reserved a lot of time at the end for any questions you may have, either on what you see today or on Userflow in general. And both of us will do our best to answer those questions for you. Today, we're going to spend some time talking about a product release that's coming out this quarter, Flow AI Insights, which we're super proud of. So, a couple members of my product team on here who brought this to life. So, kudos to them. And this is going to be us talking about how we are helping our customers go from signals to action. Cool. So here's what we're going to cover today. Number one is we'll talk through why teams struggle to understand in-app behavior today. I'm sure it's a pain that most, if not all of you who are on this call are feeling very deeply. I know I feel it still, but that's why we're building this product. And we're going to talk a little bit about Flow AI Insights, and Fate's going to take you through what it's looking like today, so you'll see it in action. I'll also give you a little sneak peek into what's coming next. And again, I mentioned I reserve some time at the end for Q&A, so we'll be able to take some questions. All right. So, first thing is I did want to talk a little bit about Userflow for those of you who are not using it. But we are here to help you do everything to help your users onboard, adopt, and succeed, and do it all in one spot in Userflow. So, part of our goal is to help you act on real product signals. And we are driving new features and bringing them to market with AI that's continuously analyzing how your users are moving through your in-app experiences. And we allow you to surface some friction, see any drop-offs, and then find any wins that are happening as you're working through onboarding all the way through renewal. A couple things that we have brought to life are Flow AI Insights, and then some of the newer things around our NPS and surveys. And we're also looking at driving some new insights through product usage, and then driving some information through behavioral signals. Another thing that we do is help you build faster with more intelligent guidance. So our users are creating personalized in-app experiences and using AI to shape structure and steps. One thing that we put out is recently our Smart Flow, which has been really well received in the market. Allows you to build product tours, checklists, and in-app engagement, in-app guidance with AI. So you tell it what you want to achieve, and it builds it for you so that you can move faster, and you also have full control over your guides. But yeah, it's helping people move very quickly, and we've seen a huge adoption across our customer base in this. So if you haven't tried it out, definitely give it a shot. We also are going to talk about our Flow AI Assistant and then our Resource Center as well, which is helping to drive people towards more intelligent guidance. And our customers are driving adoption and picking up momentum, right, through using Userflow. So our customers are using us for launch updates, the standard education for users, and helping to reinforce value where their users are most likely to act or where they want their users to be. So they use Userflow for targeted messaging, in-app announcements. We also have integrations capabilities so that we're able to partner well across the SaaS ecosystem to allow you to get users where they are and see what they're doing. And then in addition to this, one of my favorite things is obviously localization and personalization at scale. We are a very global everything. Global world doesn't sound right, but that's pretty much what we are. Everybody is pretty remote. We allow you to reach your customers wherever they are and speak to them however they need to be met. So, as I speak to our customers day in and day out, lots of patterns emerge. One of them is that as product people, and as people in the growth communities, we're having more data in front of us than ever and a lot less clarity. Data is wonderful. Having the right data and having structured data is even more important. And so, what we're finding across our customer base is that product data is sometimes fragmented across tools and across dashboards. And what happens then is it makes it really difficult to understand impact. It sometimes requires more manual analysis, even if there are AI tooling options available for you, because you also have to layer that with the right context, with the right people across your business. And it slows down your decision making as that data volume grows. And again, as I mentioned, more tooling, more problems, more tooling, more problems, more data, more problems. You really have to have really great systems and operations, and the ability to drive clarity with the right tools as your business grows. And so we serve customer obsessed teams, and this is what we're finding our customer obsessed teams actually need from data and analytics. It's insights that actually explain why things are happening and not just what happened. It's why did something happen? What was this a result of? They're looking for clear signals that highlight friction and highlight the wins for the teams, and then surface opportunities automatically. And then what that does is it provides direction on where to focus efforts next without that manual analysis that a lot of teams are still doing today, again, even in the face of AI tooling, right? So we're already at this stage. I moved pretty quickly through this, but Fate, you got to get yourself ready for this. So we're going to talk a little bit about Flow AI insights, and Fate will show you what it's shaping up to look like. So we now have AI powered insights for our guides that help teams understand what's happening and what to do next. This is a couple steps above what we have offered traditionally in Userflow, which is your ability to reach your users and then see via dashboard or analytics what is happening, what your guide engagement looks like. Today, we're about to offer the ability to analyze your in-app experience performance automatically, and without you even coming back in and taking a look more at a more deeper level on those dashboard insights that you're seeing. Um, what we're going to show you, or Freight's going to show you in a second, is how this is looking. But our customers are able to surface friction and drive deeper engagement and highlight any opportunities where they're seeing guide engagement drop, or where they're seeing that something is broken, and they get in very quickly and they fix it, and it's more proactive than it is reactive. So you're not having to worry about that operational headache of having, let's just say, a product ops or like somebody who's instrumenting tooling at your company come in and day out and take a look at all of your guides. It's actually surfacing these insights for you, which is really cool. And what that does is it helps our customers turn their raw data or their data on the guides into more clear, actionable direction. So I am going to, oh, I have one more. So th this is where we're trying to take our customer base with Flow AI Insights. We're trying to help them understand why users are succeeding or why they're struggling in any key moments. This is just a little GIF. And then allow them to identify any missing guidance, see any confusing flows, and see exactly which step that's happening at so that you can also understand where the drop off is happening and what steps you need to take against that to get your customers unstuck. We also want to help our customers highlight where their team should invest next for the biggest impact I mentioned, getting unstuck. At the end of the day, it's about really quickly triaging and understanding any sort of not bad behavior, but imperfect behavior in your engagement to your customers so that you can understand where to place the effort to drive the biggest impact. And I mentioned, we are really focused on customer obsessed teams. It is something that I'm super proud to say Userflow does as part of a product community, as part of a growth community. We're built for people who are customer obsessed. And so product and growth teams are looking to constantly prioritize fixes and drive experiments with confidence. And when I say fixes, obviously it's not just bugs, but it's also just fix general enhancements to your product, making the experience better. But on the growth side, really driving fun experiments to drive growth, and deepening adoption within your current customer base. We also are serving customer and product marketing teams, which is really fun. With them, we're looking to understand which experiences help drive activation and adoption and help them get to those metrics faster, right? Get to the moment of aha, and then get to the point of which people are actually really leaning in and coming back to the product. Again, another deep product why. Another group of people that we serve very well is customer success and support. And so what our product has been doing is helping to spot recurring friction and content gaps before the ticket spike. We'll talk a little bit about AI assistant and some AI assistant insights that we're going to share as well, at a later date. But this is something that a lot of our customers are leaning more into, which is leveraging our AI assistant to serve their customers better. And then in a future state, we're going to surface more insights and more proactive guidance through that so that we can get their customers unstuck faster. So I'm going to stop and I'm going to let Fate actually take you through this so you could see what this is all about. And then we'll come back and have a couple questions.
Sounds great. Thank you, Christine. I would just say, right, so I have a video that I'll show everybody what it looks like, right? I think one of the things that's, unique to user flow, right? Everything you said, totally accurate. We also really care that people actually engage with the things you build with us. And I think you kind of see that all throughout Userflow. And that's one of the reasons I really like these AI insights, right? Is it helps you essentially proactively, okay, we should change this on the flow to get higher engagement here. We should change this. This worked, right? But it's just a great tool, right, to kind of help towards that goal and, one of the main priorities. I'm going to share my screen. Let me know, Christine, when you can see it.
I can see
You
it.
got it?
Yep.
All right. All right, here we go. Flow AI Insights are going to allow you to get proactive alerts on how your content with Userflow is performing, and then actually give you proactive advice on what next steps to take. As an example here, we'll click into my welcome flow. We'll go to my analytics, and we'll see that I have the AI Insights turned on, and we can see step 2 as a missing element error, and step views are 90% below our normal threshold. And with this link here, view step in the builder, it's going to take me to exactly the part of my flow that I'll need to edit, right, to change accordingly. It'll also have the ability to give you positive proactive insights. So you'll be able to see proactive alerts if views have jumped sharply, right? And other things of that nature. The AI Insights is a great tool that you'll be able to use in conjunction with your normal insights to help you really manage all of your content with Userflow and give you great advice to help drive up engagement and solve lack of engagement as well. I have not heard myself at 1.2x speed. That's not bad. Not great. It's not bad.
I think it was perfect. Awesome. All right. So this is I know I saw a question in there for when we're going to have this out, so we'll talk about that in a second. Let me go back to sharing my screen. And Fate, if you can give me a thumbs up on that. Do you see it? Okay,
Yep,
awesome.
we're good.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's Flow AI Assistant, and then we're also going to talk a little bit about what's coming soon in our AI Assistant, which is allowing it to see how it actually performs. So another thing that we're going to be putting out is being able to see what users are asking for via our AI Assistant. So think about your customers, and then where the answers are falling short. A lot of our customers have said that, a lot of inbound is coming in through our AI assistant, which is awesome, but they're looking for more proactive guidance and more proactive engagement so that they can spend time on the things that matter the most. So this is something that we'll be putting out in a couple weeks as well. And this also allows our customers to identify any content gaps, which is really important, right? So if you're seeing any missing knowledge base articles because there are repeat questions, or you're seeing an opportunity to lean more into user flow guides, announcements, tooltips, whatever it may be, it will be surfaced through our AI assistant. We'll be able to pull up themes and allow you to place energy where you need to place it to get your users unstuck, just by looking at the results that are coming through. And ultimately, our goal there is to help improve self-serve over time with real usage data, so usage from your customers. And this is just an example of what we're looking to drive out. So, looking across all of the topics and the questions that come through, being able to surface any insights that are coming through the AI assistant. So, as an example here, obviously this is in in our dev environment, we're pulling out that from this instance that we have 49 out of a total of 432 conversations. There are certain topics and issues that keep surfacing. This allows you to figure out where to place your bets. Do you need to do better enablement across your company? Do you need to update a knowledge base article? Do you need to drive a new or implement a new guide that's driving people to where they need to be? And it also references the sources so you can dive deeper into the direct customer asks and feedback from your AI assistant and validate, because I do know a big part of AI today is making sure you're trusting it. So we are going to serve that up to you so that you're not just going off of, hey, this is what Userflow is saying. It's like, here's what Userflow is saying, and here's the information that actually backs that for us. Okay. Another thing that we have coming out really soon, this is a tiny but mighty delighter that I really love. We're going to get a drive an AI theme creator and put that into our product for all plans. So this is going to give our users the ability to create consistent on-brand in-app experiences faster. What This actually fun story came out of a hackathon project. So one of our engineers was listening to a customer call one day and felt the pain and said, "Oh man, can we get them moving quicker?" And so yeah, he went in and he did something really fun, and it's just a couple clicks and it actually creates your theme for you based on where you're pointing it to. So, our goal here is to accelerate experience creation with our AI assisted setup and allow our customers to maintain consistent branding across all of your onboarding and guidance. I know from, being in the space for over 15 years, governance and branding and tone and feel, all that stuff is really important. And a lot of times there's miscommunication between product and marketing on all this stuff. So this allows both groups of folks to stay consistent in app and reduce any of those headaches of, oh no, we need to fix this or adjust this. This also will ultimately allow you to reduce any friction between idea and in product execution using just consistency across the application. So really excited for this one, and this was a fun one to see come to life. Then we also have, oh, this is the same thing. So bringing to life our user flow. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm reading something completely different on another screen. Oh, sorry. This is just how we're actually auto-generating the theme. I didn't realize that we had a static image in here. So you just saw the little GIF, and this is just how easy it is to do it.
And I really briefly,
Yep.
Christina, just to double click on this, right? One of the other things we've found, right, with people that get high engagement with the things they build with Userflow is they're iterating a lot, right? Because onboarding is not a one-time set it and forget it. So just to tie it all together, right? One of the key ideas here is this is going to allow you to iterate a lot faster. Same with as if anyone saw the smart flow generator, right? AI insights, but that's one of the other key ideas, right? Is to allow you to iterate with speed. So I just want to bring that up.
Cool. Yep. And speed is the name of the game, especially in a highly competitive market that we're in. So awesome. All right. So we'll also talk a little about what's available now and then what's coming next. So right now, FlowAI Insights is available on Pro and Enterprise plans. So you can go ahead and get started on that. And then FlowAI Assistant Insights, which is the insights on our AI assistant, is coming soon. So our engineers are close to pushing that into production, and we're validating all of that now. That will be available on all plans using our AI assistant. And then the AI powered theme creation that I just showed you that's going to get you moving quickly and get you aligned with your marketing teams is going to be available on all plans. That's also coming soon. So this should all be this quarter. Okay, I'm going to stop. And I think we have a couple questions that have come in. So, Fate, I believe you're going to do the
Yes.
reading
All
now.
right. I've got some. When can we try Flow AI in our user flow environment? Well, I mean, the Flow AI Smart Builder is already live. The AI Insights, do you have an idea on that, Christine, on when that's going to be?
No, but the last two that I mentioned, the AI Insights and the Theme Creator are under development right now. Should be this quarter, actually in a couple weeks, so shouldn't be too much longer.
Awesome. What kinds of product signals will Flow AI Insights analyze?
Okay. I can take that one. So we are going to analyze all performance data for any user flow flows that are published on your app or your website. And this includes data that's around views, completions, step completions, any missing element errors for anything that's published. A little bit deeper is I think we're looking at each flow's historical performance, and we help predict the expected volume for any of the metrics that we're showing across those flows. And then if there's any significant difference or deviation between the expected and the actual that you're looking at, we actually flag it on the analytics page as well for that specific flow.
Perfect. How is Flow AI Insights different from traditional analytics or dashboards? I can speak to this a little bit if you want.
Sure.
You know, the main thing is going to be the effort involved, right? So the traditional dashboards, you're going to manually drill into those areas. You'll still have the ability to do that. But with these AI insights, it's going to be proactive, right? So it's going to be for when you log in, you're going to be able to see what the AI is deemed important and actually, then take the next step. So it's just going to be a difference in manually drilling in and having some proactive help.
Cool.
How often do these insights update, and how should teams think about using them day to day? That's a good one.
I can take it. I started using them, so I know that they update once every day for now, at least. And we predict the expected performance at I think it's the end of the day, and compare it with the actual data for that day, is what the team has mentioned. If there's any sort of difference, we'll flag it as an insight as well, like I mentioned on the previous question on the analytics page. We actually don't just flag it as insights. We have like a next best action as well that could be taken to help resolve the issue. So you should think about using them. I mean, it's going to be refreshed, like I mentioned, day to day, but that's our recommended action is what you should be doing, or what you could be doing. And the best way to use Flow AI Insights is actually what I did. I subscribe to them for the more important. So like NPS as an example is one that I want to look at all the time. So I get notified of any sort of significant performance changes. So if I see a drop in NPS responses or views on that guide, then I know something's wrong. Um, and I head right into Userflow. So once you get notified, then any of the insights will be surfaced directly in the app, and it will have the next best steps, like I mentioned, for you to figure out and then correct. You showed where you click through and you get to the step. It'll help you figure out where to go to fix it.
Perfect. How quickly can teams expect to see value? I can take this. So you're already going to be able, right, to surface insights for your published flows on pro plans and above. Once you start to subscribe to those AI alerts, right, because Christine talked about how it refreshes pretty much daily, you're going to be able to start to see benefits really, really quickly, right? So the, I guess, direct answer, how quickly can you expect to see value? Pretty immediately, right? Once you start to actually subscribe to those alerts and check in.
Yeah, I was excited when I subscribed and I saw it the next morning. So
Yeah.
a little nerdy. Cool. What other
Does
questions?
this replace dashboards or work alongside them?
No, I mean, this does not replace that. At least for me, it does not replace dashboards. That's not my intent. So dashboards will still help in user flow, looking at your data, obviously across the flow and all the things that you're used to, and this kind of just helps elevate, I think, the most important thing. So I think the insights that we're going to be serving up makes the dashboards supporting data, I guess I would say, 10 times more powerful because it pulls all of the most important things to the surface. So think of it as like I don't know, your pal that's kind of pulling up the most important things for you to focus on. I would use them as
Yeah.
a pair. Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely doesn't replace, right? It's going to just be able to help surface, right, things that are relevant, etc.
Yep. hmm
Let's see. It looks like we got one more. Do AI alerts, similar to the previous manual alerts, work for environments individually? Do they need to manually subscribe to all flows, or can they subscribe to all with one click? So
Oh,
I can jump in on this one if you
yeah.
want. You'll need to manually subscribe to the flows individually to get, emails. The insights, they're going to be generated and available on the analytics page for all your published flows. And the environments would work individually, like the manual alerting that you can set up.
You got it.
Um, Actually, looks like there's one more. Would the Flow AI insights also work in a tenant-based environment with highly varying sizes?
Mm,
It looks like it would. Um, as far as I understand, it would, but we'll have to get back to you. And I think we can see who asked the question, right? So we can probably send them a direct response.
okay. Yeah, I don't have the answer to that one for you. I will get back to you. Cool. Any
Cool.
last questions or comments from the audience?
I don't see any.
Cool. All right, then I think we are at the end of our little webinar today. Thank you guys for taking the time. And for those of you who joined us the last time, thank you for coming back. And we hope to see you at the next one, which shouldn't be too long. Thank you, Bastian. Happy to see you again. Appreciate you always joining us. Thanks, team.
Thanks. Thanks, Christine. Thanks, everybody. Have a great one.
Bye.